Here at Radical Radio, our desired outcome is for increased student involvement and improving local radio stations. A major benefit that we strive from is accessibility of our radio station. Radical Radio has made it easier to stream radio stations than ever before. We provide a 24/7 radio station and is accessible on any smartphone or computer. Another benefit of Radical Radio is that we are played throughout big time campuses such as UWG, KSU, and even Auburn University. Another benefit we strive from is our local fundraising programs and charity work. Through the additional funding we plan on receiving through advertising, we will be hosting concerts on multiple campuses and hosting community get togethers such as flag football tournaments and even cookouts to show our support and community growth. Also, twice a year, we will be holding huge charity events where 80% of our proceeds will go to a given charity. For all those who do not know about Radical Radio, we are a young company who started about 60 years ago and we are becoming known very fast. Our company was built and raised from Carrollton, Georgia, and as stated before, we have not only done work locally, but also with other big time campuses. Something that makes our team different from other radio stations is that we send a handful of our employees to other campuses and events held outside of Carrollton to not only build our personal relationships, but also to inform others about our station. Here at Radical Radio, if you're not happy, we're not happy.
Right now, Wolf Radio is just another student-run organization, but with our help, we could turn Wolf Radio into an organization with massive campus presence. Our recommendations will focus on 3 areas of improvement, including increasing listener base, improving campus presence, and attracting more traffic to the Wolf social media sites. All of these are intended to create a need for Wolf Radio in the average student's life. Now Kyle Jamar will discuss the communications we have observed at Wolf Radio.
Hi, my name is Kyle Jamar, and I'll be sharing with you what we have found after analyzing your internal and external communication methods. We have come up with a few suggestions that we believe will definitely improve these methods in the near future. First, you mentioned that email is your main form of communication in the workplace. We believe that this is definitely an effective method to use unless you are dealing with time-sensitive information. The reason we say this is because we know that your staff is mainly made up of students, and we have recently done a study that found that the average college student only checks their email 2 to 3 times a week. Therefore, if you're trying to get a response for something within a day, that email may not get the job done in time. And also, we found that you do not use email to reach out to students, and we believe that this is definitely a good communication method that you could use to market to students things that are going on within Wolf Radio, new services that you may be adding, or anything of that nature. So we definitely think that you should use email to reach out to students and market to them. Next, you mentioned that you didn't really use the phone to communicate that often, which is not out of the ordinary. But like we said earlier, you should definitely use phone communication if you're dealing with time-sensitive information. Also, we think that one of the most important things in today's world is having an app. We believe that you should definitely create an app, and we actually have services to help create that app for you if you need them. We believe that kids nowadays definitely use apps more often than anything and are a lot more likely to use your services if they're able to pull up those services on their phone at any time, any place, as opposed to having to log on to a computer and log on to your website. So we definitely believe that using an app would be a huge help in communicating with the students and getting them involved in using your services and other things like that. The next thing I will be talking to you about is the SWOT analysis that we have performed on Wolf Radio. The first thing I will talk about is the strengths. We believe that one of your greatest strengths are great leadership within management. After speaking with your manager, we have realized that he has great leadership skills and he has instilled a great work ethic throughout the staff, and he has also trickled down some of his leadership skills throughout the staff. And then secondly, as far as strength goes, you guys have a very well designed website. Usually we have with our clients we have to suggest a lot of things as far as ease of use with the website and everything like that, but you guys have done a very good job and have a very nicely put together website. Next, as weaknesses, we found that you guys have subpar marketing tactics as well as low student involvement. We see these two things as highly correlated because if you have better marketing tactics and more marketing tactics, you'll be able to improve that that low student involvement that you have. An opportunity that we were able to find is that athletics at the University of West Georgia are rapidly growing, and there's a larger fan base within the last couple years that we've noticed. We believe that you guys can use this as an advantage. You can live broadcast some of these games to the fans that want to see these things and they want to hear commentary while they're watching the games. So we believe that this is definitely an opportunity for you guys to expand as a business. And then one of the threats that we found is definitely just local radio stations, because they have a lot larger of an audience, we feel, as people that aren't involved with the school aren't really likely to go out and listen to Wolf Radio. So they have local radios have a lot wider variety of, or a lot bigger of a market, basically. All in all, Wolf Radio is not in a terrible place as far as business goes, but there's definitely some room for improvement. Finally, I will talk to you about the comparative analysis that we have done for Wolf Radio. The radio station that we decided to compare you guys to is Savannah State. First off, you guys are extremely similar as far as internal communications. You both said that you both use email as a main form of communication internally, as well as face-to-face communication when you're at your place of work. But some things that Savannah State did differently that we believe you guys can implement that would help you guys out a lot is, one, Savannah State actually broadcasts their station to 3 surrounding counties around where they're at. And we found that they do this because there's a large number of commuter students at the school, and there are people that live in surrounding counties that are students of Savannah State. And after doing this analysis, we've actually found that the percentage of students that are commuters at West Georgia is very similar to the percentage at Savannah State. So we believe that implementing something like this, being able to broadcast to a little bit wider area of people, especially those people that commute 20 or 30 minutes away but are still interested in what's going on with the school and other things like that, we definitely believe that this would be a huge help, being able to broadcast to those people. And then secondly, Savannah State actually uses other departments to help promote their business, and in turn they do the same for those other departments. So it's kind of a I scratch your back, you scratch my back kind of community. So they all help each other out, and we believe that that could definitely be a thing on campus here. We believe that all of the departments are all obviously fighting for resources, but at the same time they should be a community and they should definitely help each other out at the end of the day. So that's the main comparisons that we've come up, some similarities and some differences, maybe some takeaways that you can come up with from comparing yourself to the Savannah State Radio.
For promoting Wolf Radio, our first recommendation for developing effective external communication is for students to be able to call in and pick a song that they like, and for the radio station to play it like around campus, such as the bookstore, Starbucks, and the pods around campus. Our second recommendation is for Wolf Radio to host events on campus for students to group watch, such as like a football game, like a University of West Georgia away football game. They could even like have commentators and broadcast it on television. We believe that you should trust our recommendations for your department because we have proven record of success with other companies that we have used this strategy with, and we can provide economical and statistical data for the other programs that we have done this with.
Why would working with our organization be a smart choice or investment? Well, that's a great question. First off, I would say that our vast amount of experience is definitely a positive that we have. We have served over 100 clients in our very early years of business, and while we have been gaining this experience, we have also been developing methods that have been proven to work in communication time and time again. And these methods have been used with multiple clients in the past, and we have not had to vary them too much. I mean, obviously we vary them a little bit according to the situations that our client is in, but for the most part we have a pretty solid template that we use basically for our methods and to help our clients out. And then finally, I think that we are definitely extremely committed to all our clients. We are a huge believer in that the customer comes first and that your best interests are always in our mind, and we will always put you ahead of ourselves. We would never think profit over customer happiness. We want you guys to make sure that you're getting the best services that you can for the money that you are paying. So that is why I believe that choosing us is a very smart decision.
Radical Radio recommends selecting a charity of your choice and holding events for that charity at least twice a year. This not only helps the charity raise funds, but also leads to increased awareness for your department.
Here at Radical Radio, our main risk is not being able to reach the entire age group of everybody. It can be very difficult to reach every age group, but through hard work, we will continue to strive to entertain every single person.
We believe our recommendation of increased campus presence will increase student relations because campus activities are the #1 way to reach out to students. Students of this generation crave constant entertainment, and if Wolf Radio can provide even a piece of entertainment, it will provide a lasting impression for most of the student body. Along with an increased social media presence, this will spike students' interest in Wolf Radio.